Good day, everyone. Um, Today, I am going to share you again another video. It is actually a sample program, programming problem. It's a very short programming problem, but the way I look at it, I find it useful in terms of techniques in programming journey, and I hope that at the end of this video, I will be able to discuss the logic and share something very much useful today in your programming journey. Okay, and by the way, please share this video to your friends, relatives, right? Who are wanting to learn programming uh, for free, right? Uh, I am going to share to you my online notepad, right? It's a very short example problem. The problem is we have to write a program that will try to reverse a digit. For example, if your value is 89, okay, with your program, it will display 98. Right? Unique, no? So if your value is, for example, 62, with your program, it will display 26. So the original digit will be reversed. Display it on the screen. That's and then what is the logic? Prior to that, I'd like to share you the required knowledge that we need for us to create this program that will tend to reverse the digit, the value into a reverse way. Right? So we have to be equipped with the inputs and outputs because we'll be asking value from the users while the program is running, and we'll be uh, knowledgeable enough with variables because we'll be dealing several variables in here, and of course the data types, because you cannot use variables without knowing the data types. Declaration of variables in C programming language plays a vital role. Okay, and then we'll be using while loop, right? So it's a loop statement, right? So again and again, if your value is 89, it will be converted to 98 reverse, and if 62, it becomes 26. Okay, so this is actually the program, right? So it's I'm going to share to you today. So I have here num for my value coming from the keyboard, and then I did use reverse variable the for a certain value that's being reversed by our program to be stored in here, and then the digit to get a single digit, the remainder one. So I'm going to explain it later. So I need three variables in here: num, reverse, and digit. All are actually integer variables, and I use this input and output statement, right? Enter a number, and then whatever is that number, stored it to num. And I did use a data placeholder percentage because the data types of num is an integer data type, okay? And then I tend to initialize my reverse variable into zero. We can, by default, each variable has a value of zero, but sometimes C has its own way of defining. So for sure, we'll try to initialize it by zero. Okay, and then here comes this while loop statement. While num, what does this mean? Right, while num. While number is not zero, while your value is greater than zero, this condition is true. But if your num becomes zero or negative, that condition is false. That's this is the interpretation of this one, right? Are you following? Okay. So here, now for example, if we execute this program and assuming we'll try to supply 98. So when we press enter K, that 98 will be stored to num, right? And then reverse zero, meaning we initialize reverse by zero, right? And followed by this one while num. Our num is what? 98. So it's greater than 0. So the condition is true. Since the condition is true, perform this one. This is the loop body. So while num is not 0 or lower than 0, our program will keep on performing this loop body. Okay? So at first, the condition is true because our num is greater than 0, right? And then followed by what? Formula. Digit is equal to what? Digit is equal to num. How much is our num? Our num is 98. Modulus 10. What does that mean? We are trying to divide 98 by 10. And whatever is the remainder, that's the value of digit. Okay? So modulus will try to filter and get the remainder. Right? So so when we are to divide, for example, I'm trying to use my calculator. When we are to divide 98 by 10, the result is 9.8. So 9.8 will try to eliminate 9 and we'll get 8. That's the value of digit. So with this 98 modulus 10, the value of digit now is 8. Okay? And next is what? Reverse. Reverse is equal to the value of reverse. Our reverse is how much? 0, right? 0 multiplied it by 10, right? Plus the value of digit. How much is our digit? Our digit is 8. Okay? Are you following? So 8. So then, how much is the value? 0 times 10 is 0 plus 8. That's how much? 8. Right? And then num, okay, num is equal to num. How much is our num? Our num is 98 divided by 10. So how much is that? 98 divided by 10 is 9.8. Now since num is an integer variable and an integer variable caters integer value only, so our C compiler ignores the 0.8. Okay, are you following? 98 divided by 10 is 9.8. Ignore the point something, get the whole number 9. So meaning at this point in time, the value of num is 9. Alright? So, followed by a curly bracket. Curly bracket means what? Go back to the loop. And the loop says while num. How's the value of num? Our num this time is how much? Our num is 9, which is greater than 0. So meaning the condition is true. Now since the condition is true, perform the loop body. Okay? Please follow. This is so technical. So the loop body says compute digit. Digit is equal to num modulus 10. Our num is 9, right? Sorry. Our num is 9 at this time. Modulus 10. Alright? That's how much? 9 divided by 10, that's 0.9. 0.9. The function of modulus is to get the remainder. The remainder is 0.9. So now mean the value of digit is 9. Okay? Then followed by another formula. Reverse is equal to reverse times 10 plus digit. So our reverse is how much? Our reverse is 8, right? Our reverse is 8 times 10. That's the formula. Plus the value of digit. How much is our digit? I'm sorry. Our digit is 9, right? Are you following? Our digit is 9. So that's more or less how much? 8 times 10 is 80 plus 9, that's 89. Right? And then followed by formula. Num is equal to num divided by 10. our num is 9, right? Here. Our num is 9 divided by 10. That's how much? 9 divided by 10, that's 0.9. Again and again, num is an integer variable and it caters whole number only, integral value. And the integral value of 0.9 is 0. Right? It goes back again because of the curly brackets. And while num, how much is the value of num? At this time, our num is 0. That makes the condition false, because this condition will only become false if the value of num is 0 or lesser. So since the value of num is 0, the condition is false. We'll exit from the loop and perform the statement right after the curly brackets. The curly bracket says, or the statement after curly bracket says, printf what? Reverse number followed by a placeholder %d, whatever is the value of reverse. How much is our reverse? This is our reverse. Our reverse is 89. All right, 89. So is there a reversing of digit? Originally our num is 98 and now it becomes 89. It was being reversed. Right? So did you get my discussion? Did I discuss the idea? Right? Did I discuss the logic, the algorithm of the program? We'll try to give another example. Let's say when we run this program, I'm sorry. Let us say our num is 62, right? So to reverse this one, it must be 26, right? So here, if num is 62, right? So if num is 62, meaning while num is, this is true because it's greater than 0. So the condition is true. Now since the condition is true, perform this loop body. Are you following? Okay. Now the loop body consists of 3 formulas. Digit is equal to num modulus 10. Then the second one is reverse is equal to reverse times 10 plus digit. Then the third one is num is equal to num divided by 10. So we'll try to compute. Digit is equal to num. How much is our num? 62 modulus 10. So we'll try to get the remainder of this. 62 divided by 10. 62 divided by 10, that's 6.2. So the function of modulus is to get the remainder. The remainder is 0.2. So at this time, digit contains 2. Alright? And then, followed by the next formula. Reverse is equal to reverse. Our reverse is 0 at first. It's being initialized here as 0. Right? 0 times 10 plus whatever is the value of digit. Our digit is 2. Right? 2. So meaning 0 times 10 is 0 plus 2, that's 2. So the value of reverse now is 2. Then the last condition variable is formula is num is equal to num divided by 10. Our num is 62, right? Divided by 10, that's how much? 6.2. Num is an integer variable, so it will only accept whole number. So 6.2 will try to ignore 0.2 and get 6. So num now has a value of 6, right? And here, since our num is 6, meaning the condition is true. Because the condition will only become false if num is 0 or lower than 0. right? Now digit is equal to num modulus 10. Our num is 6, right? Modulus 10. We'll try to use calculator. 6 divided by 10, that's 0.6. Modulus will get the remainder. We'll get the 0.6, the 6. So our digit now contains 6. Then followed by the next formula, reverse is equal to the value of reverse. Our reverse is how much? 2, right? 2 times 10 plus our digit. Our digit is 6. Are you following? So our digit is 6, right? So meaning 2 times 10 is 20 plus 6, that's 26. And followed by the last formula, num is equal to num divided by 10. Our num is 6 divided by 10, that's 0.6. Integer variable is num, so we'll get the whole number, which is 0. The next time it loops, the condition becomes false. Why? Because our num this time is how much? 0. And it's not, it's lesser than 1. So since the condition is false, exit from the loop and perform this one. Display what? Print if, what's that? Reverse number, colon, then the data placeholder, whatever is the value of reverse. Our reverse is how much? 26. Alright? Originally, the value is 62 and now it becomes 26. So indeed, this program is correct. The logic is correct. The algorithm is correct. I hope I was able to explain this program. This is very short, but it's too technical. Okay, this is the algorithm. Number 1, on the loop body, get the remainder, right? And then try to make use of this formula, multiply it by 10 plus whatever is the remainder. So in here we are trying to move the number to the right. Whatever is that remainder, move it to the right. That's it. And then num is equal to num times 10. We're trying to get the whole number. And eventually, if we have that whole number, we'll get the remainder it again. And we're good as trying to reverse the digit or the whole number. Okay? So that's the algorithm of this programming problem. Okay? So we'll try to do it here on our online compiler. Right? This is actually the same program that I discussed here. Okay, you can see. So please do some screenshots, or in your time you can just encode it and right explore, understand the logic, right? So here, let's go back in here. So the same, I have this one, the same lines in here. Okay, and then the loop body is composed of 3 formulas, and if the condition becomes false, display this one, right? So we'll try clicking run command or run button, and we'll try to use our example. What was that? 98. All right, when you press enter key, reverse number is 89. Are you following? Right. So we'll try it run again. What was that value? 92, 62. 62, when you press enter key, it becomes 26. So that's it. We'll try to say, for example, 917. When you press enter key, that's 719. Okay, so I think that's the end of my presentation. That's the end of my video. I hope I was able to share something useful today, and I hope I was able to discuss the logic of the program, and I hope you can use these techniques in your programming um, journey. Thank you so much for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing my YouTube channel. Thank you for following my postings. God bless you. God bless us. God is good and always good all the time. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now.